graders, today we are going to be learning about character traits. But before we get started with our lesson, let's go over our goals for today. I want you to repeat after me. Number one, I can define what character traits are.
I can define what character traits are.
Number two, I can identify character traits with supporting text evidence.
I can identify character traits with supporting text evidence.
Okay, when we're reading books, a lot of times authors often give clues about a person's character by saying what the character does or what the character says. These are called character traits. Now, if you look up here, I made a little poster and it says character traits. And character traits are adjectives that describe a character on the inside. These are traits about their personality, their inside characteristics. Here's some examples. We have brave, funny. Here's our made-up character. This character here, she's brave, she's funny, she's proud, helpful, she's a little lazy, respectful, she's nice, polite, smart, caring. Do you see these are all things on the inside about her? I didn't describe her by saying brown hair, red shirt, freckles, anything like that. These are all traits on the inside, right? They describe her personality. Do you understand? Okay, could you raise your hand, maybe think of some other character traits that a person might have, traits about a person on the inside, Preston?
Athletic.
Okay, athletic, Kyle?
Responsible.
Good, I like that one, responsible. Nameka?
Respectful.
Respectful, good. Miranda, one more. So, anyone else have one more they want to share? Well, let's watch a little video clip. You might recognize this character from a movie you've seen in the past. This is just to get you thinking more about character traits. I might end it early if it's a little too long, but that's okay. We'll just watch it and then we will talk about it.
And it looks like it's going to be a perfect day to maybe, hey, just lie in bed, sleep in, or simply work out that slab that's hanging over the bed! Get up, son! Hey, let's talk. More pain! Marshmallow ball. Scary feet, scary feet, scary feet. Oh, the kid's awake! Okay, scary feet, scary feet, scary feet, scary feet, scary feet. Kids asleep! Twins! Oh, I thought I had you there. I'm in this one. I'm in this one. Did the whole family see it? It's your mom. What can I say? The camera loves me. I'm telling you, Big Daddy, you're going to be seeing this face on TV a lot more often. Yep. No, my baby, look, she needs to be driven. My baby, I'll call you. Anthony's there. Moochie.
Good. More special tonight.
I just got us into a little place called Harryhausen. You know, pal, she's the one. That's it. She is the one. Patience.
Oh, no problem. They're under the name Gook.
You know, that wasn't very funny. What's this? Look out, kid! You hear me? You hear me, Windsor? You know, what a creep. Oh, that darn paperwork. Wouldn't it be easier if it all just blew away? Whew, she's nuts.
All scared.
Numbers are pretty sweet. Are they? You know, I hadn't even noticed. And how was Georgie doing? That face of hers, it just makes my heart go. Scary reports. I must have.
We had a lot of birthdays. Well, not a lot of birthdays, but
Oh, I thought the most beautiful monster was in all the Monstropolis. You know what I said?
Oh, Randall was in it.
Wait a minute. Randall? That cheater. He's trying to boost his numbers.
There's something else.
What?
Ugly.
Hey, get your hands off my schmoopsy poop! Well, I don't think that thing could have gone any worse. Give it. No, it's okay, it's all right. As long as it doesn't come near us, we're gonna be okay. No one touches little Mike. Oh no! Good, sorry.
Okay, I'm going to stop our video now that you have an idea. Who knows what character we just watched or what movie? Olivia, who was it? What was his name?
Mike?
Yes, Mike from what? Let's talk about Mike. We watched some video clips. Even if you haven't seen Monsters Incorporated before, maybe you learned a little bit more about Mike and his character traits or personality traits after watching a little bit of the YouTube video. What do we know about Mike in terms of his character traits? The adjectives that describe him on the inside, not the outside, the inside. Kyle.
Funny.
Funny. He's funny. What else? Claire.
Not calm.
So how would we describe him if he's not calm? If he's not calm, what's the opposite? Maybe he's worried. I hear someone whispering crazy. Do you agree? He's a little bit crazy. He's all over the place, huh? What else? Logan.
Nice.
Nice. So he might be a little crazy, but he's still nice. Miranda.
Hardworking.
Hardworking. I like that one. Hardworking. Samantha.
He loves his car.
Personality traits. Things that on the inside that describe his personality. Maybe loving. I'll take two more. Preston.
Serious?
Do you think he's serious? Sometimes we could say serious. Sometimes he's serious and sometimes he's a little crazy though, right? Nemeka.
Scared.
Scared. So he has all different types of character traits, right? Sometimes he's funny, sometimes he's scared, sometimes he's crazy, but sometimes he's worried too, right? Does he stay the same all the time? No, throughout the movie he changes, and we can see that through the video. Even if you've never seen the whole movie, you can see all the different sides of him just from that video clip, right? So now that we did a little practice with our character traits, you have a script in the middle of your table. I want you to take that out. Everybody should have one in front of them. I'm going to put one on the visualizer. This is called Phone Plan. Now I need my two very special guests who are going to be playing the role of Mom and the role of Chris to come on up in front of our class. You're going to speak loud and clear, and everybody's following along, even if you are not Mom or Chris in front of the class. Imagine if you were a girl that you were playing Mom's role, read it in your head. If you're a boy, you're playing Chris's role, and they are going to read through our script and tell us about the phone plan.
Chris, your birthday is coming up. What do you think you want?
I think a mobile phone would be great. I could take it wherever I go.
Mobile phones are nice, but I think you're still a little too young to have one, dear.
But Mom, lots of my friends have phones, and they're the same age as I am.
Just because your friends have phones, that doesn't mean you need to have one. You have to be responsible when you own a cell phone.
I am responsible. I turn in my homework every day.
I know. I'm proud of you for that. But do you remember when you lost your lunchbox a few weeks ago? And before that, you lost your jacket. I'm just worried that if I get you a phone, you'll lose it.
I promise I won't lose it. I'll keep it in my backpack when I'm at school. I'll keep it in my pocket or my backpack when I go anywhere else. And when I'm at home, I'll leave it on my desk. I'll always know where it is.
Those are all good ideas. But why do you really need a cell phone? You can call your friends on our home phone whenever you want to.
There are lots of good reasons for me to get a phone.
All right, tell me why I should get you a cell phone.
First, if we go to the store and I get separated from you, I can call you and find where you are. Second, what if my teacher needs me to stay after school? I can call. So you won't end up waiting in the car and wondering where I am. There are all kinds of other emergencies might happen. It would be great to have a phone to call for help.
Those are some good reasons. I agree. There could be times when a phone might be pretty helpful. There are other things to think about though. Phones cost money. Plus, it costs money every month to use a cell phone.
I can earn money to pay the monthly bills. I'll do extra chores around the house, like sweeping the floors. I can make extra money walking the neighbor's dogs. I can also collect plastic bottles and aluminum cans and take them to a recycling center.
You've sure thought this out. I'll talk over your dad. We'll see what your birthday brings.
Good job. Okay, so after reading about the phone plan, we learned that Chris's birthday is coming up, and what does he want for his birthday? A cell phone. Does Mom think he needs a cell phone?
No.
He's trying to give her all of the reasons. Have you ever wanted something in your maybe a pet, a cell phone, and you're trying to tell your parents how responsible you are, and you're promising and promising all the things you're going to do if you get a cell phone, if you get a pet dog, right? We've all done this before, probably. And now what we're going to do is, I want you all to first take out a highlighter. Here's my highlighter. I want to describe Mom's character traits. We'll first go through Mom's character traits. What do we know about Mom? How can we describe Mom from this little passage here? Olivia.
She's scared that the boy is going to lose his phone.
She's scared or she's worried, right? And can we find any text evidence that shows us that Mom is scared? Where in this passage can we highlight, and where's the evidence to show that Mom is scared, Olivia?
When Chris lost his lunchbox a few weeks ago, and before that, he lost his jacket. And I'm just worried if I get a phone, he will lose it.
Okay, good. I really like it. I want everyone to take their highlighter. She says right here, I'm just worried that if I get a phone, you'll lose it. Right? This is evidence right here. She's worried, right? Chris has a history of losing things before. His mom doesn't know if she can trust him. What else do we know about Mom? Nemeka?
She's really questionable.
So she's questionable. We could write questionable. She's not sure. Can he be trusted, right? Can Chris really handle having a cell phone? Where do we have text evidence that she is questionable?
Those are all good ideas, but why do you really need a cell phone? You can call your friends at home on our home phone whenever you want to.
Good, highlight right here. But why do you really need a cell phone? She's questioning why. What are the reasons why? You could call your friends on our home phone whenever you want to. So these are just a couple things about Mom, but what I really want to focus on is Chris, because Chris is really important here. It's his birthday's coming up, and he really wants that cell phone. Chris is the one we should really be talking about. What are some of Chris's character traits, his personality traits? Mario.
Greedy.
Greedy? You think he's greedy just because I think it's pretty normal. A lot of kids want a cell phone for their birthday, right? Kyle, what else?
Convincing.
He's convincing. Yeah, I think that's a good one, convincing. How do we know he's convincing?
Because it says, I promise I won't lose it. I'm keeping it. I'll keep it in my backpack when I'm at school. I'll keep it in my pocket or my backpack when I go anywhere else.
Okay, we can highlight that. I promise I won't lose it. He's convincing his mom. He's saying what he's going to do. I'll keep it in my backpack when I'm home at school. I'll keep it in my pocket or my backpack when I go anywhere else. He's trying to convince his mom, I can be trusted with this cell phone. This is what I'm going to do. What else? So he might be convincing, but what else? His mom tells us, and he has a history of doing something. Cooper. Losing things. Maybe he's a little bit forgetful, right? Irresponsible. We can write forget. I'll write up here. Forgetful. Irresponsible. Do we have any text evidence that shows us that Chris is forgetful and irresponsible? Somebody who hasn't yet shared. Somebody from group 1. Do we have text evidence that Chris is forgetful? He's irresponsible. Ethan, where in the text can we find that?
You remember you lost your lunchbox a few weeks ago, and before that you lost your jacket?
Awesome. Highlight. But do you remember when you lost your lunchbox a few weeks ago? And before that, you lost your jacket? Mom's telling us, you've lost things in the past, Chris. I don't know if I should get you a cell phone. You might lose that too, right? So we've identified some traits about Mike from Monsters, Inc. We've identified traits about Mom from this passage, and now Chris. And now you are going to do some work on your own. I'm going to erase this. And you're going to put your character trait skills to the test. You are going to get this character blue ribbon. There's an example on the right of what you're going to be doing. Look over here. It says Earthworm from James and the Giant Peach. You are going to pick a character from any book. Maybe it's a book that you're silent reading right now. Maybe it's a book from one of your Wonders books. Maybe it's a book from somewhere in the classroom. I don't care, but I want you to pick a character from any book, and you're going to write the character's name, and you're going to put from and the title of the book. You're going to name the character trait. For Earthworm from James and the Giant Peach, they put pessimistic. Somebody who's pessimistic, that's somebody who always expects the worst things to happen. And then you're going to provide evidence, just like we did. You might put an exact sentence that you found in a book. They say the earthworm is sure they will die a, what does it say? Grisly death. And they put the page number from where they found that. Do you understand what you're doing? So they have one example of text evidence with the page number and 2 examples of text evidence with the page number. So it's pretty simple. Any book that you want, 2 examples including a page number. Okay? I'm going to put up on the board after I pass these out. Well, I'll do it right now. If I can find it. Oh, here we go. If you're having trouble coming up with character traits, here's a whole list of them. There are tons of different character traits up here that will help you describe a character from the book that you choose. Active, adventurous, cooperative, courageous. Maybe some more negative character traits. Maybe your character is impatient, impolite. Maybe they're intelligent, jealous, proud, polite. There's a ton that you can pick from. I'm sure you can find some word on this list to describe a character from your book. You understand? Okay, I'm going to pass this out. Remember, you can use any book. Silent reading, a character from your Wonders. I'm sure you can figure it out. I told you, any book. A book from your box. As long as it's a character that you can find the evidence, okay? Sure. Maybe it's a book you've been silent reading or a book you've already read before. Just find the character and tell me where the book comes from. Maybe you enjoyed a book from our Wonders.
page.